Hey, Truth Seekers, welcome back. Zach here. It is St. Patrick's Day, celebrated each March 17th. Remember, the word Mason comes to 17 with Pythagorean gematria. And in the case of St. Patrick's Day, I think the Masons are directly connected. When I was younger, I was told that the original day of worship was Saturday. So I often wondered why so many people worshiped on Sunday, especially Christians who supposedly read the Bible, where in the Bible it clearly says that Saturday is the day of worship. Well, eventually in my studies, I found out that way back in the 4th century, late 4th century, the Catholic Church began converting many other churches from a Saturday day of worship to a Sunday day of worship. And at the time, they made it a punishable offense if you were worshiping on Saturday instead of Sunday. This period of time is also the same period of time that St. Patrick existed, if he's even a real historical figure. I mean, that's the thing about living in the year 2000. We've been lied to so much, it's hard to know what of our history is true, or if somebody such as St. Patrick was even a real person. But the story is that he was born in the year 387 AD, and he was born with the name Maywin Sakat, which has a Pythagorean gematria of 40 and 49. What's interesting is that we associate the color green with St. Patrick's Day. Green is a color with simple English gematria of 49. Of course, the last book in the Bible, Revelation, sums to 49, and in that book it says, in the end times, the false Jews will rule. The Zionists. And it almost makes me wonder if they had a hand in converting the day of worship. But also further, if you look at the story of St. Patrick, you'll see that he was taken at the age of 16, returned 6 years later at the age of 22. 16 and 22 are both important numbers. 16 is one of only two numbers. They're 16 and 90, 90, that when you write them out, they sum to 33 with Pythagorean gematria. In our society, we often associate the word with sweet and getting a driver's license. Anyhow, after his return, he became a bishop, a word with 33 gematria. The word priest also has 33 gematria. You start looking at the Catholic Church, it's all full of 33. Rosary is a 33 word. And making matters even better, so is Patrick. Patrick is a 33 name. When we look at our historical figures, so often the number 33 is of much importance to them. Think about Christopher Columbus Day, CC, or 33. We celebrate it in October, the only month with 33 gematria. Here, St. Patrick, celebrating this saint from approaching 2,000 years ago, from a curious point in history, especially from a religious, spiritual standpoint. And again, just coded with all these same numbers. St. Patrick's Day. For most people, it's just one more excuse to drink. If you look at some of the oldest basilicas in the Catholic Church, you will see that they have the 33 names as well. This isn't anything uncommon. Oh heck, Truth Seeker, today is St. Patrick's Day, and look at what the big headline is this morning. This is it. That on a plane flying from Washington, D.C. to Denver, we all know about the Denver International Airport, all their Masonic coding. Freemasons have that highest degree of 33. Anyway, this is the story to start off St. Patrick's Day. Man yells Jihad on flight 1074 of 33 passengers. And just so you guys know I'm not making this up, here's the actual article. The incident started shortly after United Flight 1074. Remember, this is the Jesus Cross Jewish Messiah Muhammad number. Might as well call it the religion number. Took off around 10:15 p.m. Monday from Dulles International Airport in suburban Washington. The Boeing 737 jet was supposed to take its 33 passengers. They just won't stop, Truth Seeker. Anytime they give us a plane hoax, they got to put the number 33 in it. It's part of the ritual. Undeniable. What's amazing is that they do this to us, a world of tens of millions of people, hundreds of millions of people, supposedly billions of people, and they just keep doing this, and somehow very few people are catching on. How can it be? How can it be? Of course, in the article, they referenced September 11th. On September 11th, we had Flight 93 of 33 passengers. The buildings were destroyed after existing for 33 years. 911 had been the national emergency dialing code for 33 years. George W. Bush, who has a 33 life number, had been a graduate of Yale and Skull and Bones for 33 years. Yes, all those things happened in 1968, 33 years earlier. 911 made the dialing code. World Trade Center construction began. George W. Bush graduated from Yale and Skull and Bones. They just won't stop, Truth Seeker. They're going to do this to us until we put an end to it. I think I say that in almost every video post. I want to be someone who helps put an end to it. I am so sick of this. Truth Seeker, I grew up as a young, hardworking kid. I did not realize how dishonest the world was. I saw there was injustice from a young age. I want to make the world better. But I never knew it was this bad. Just being continuously shut out from the light, being told nothing but deliberate lies, being made to live backwards forcibly. And look at how long it's been going on for. 387 AD. We celebrate St. Patrick from a time when people were forced to change their day of worship. To some people, they might shrug their shoulders and say, so what? But really, that's a big deal. If you're a spiritual person, if you have beliefs, if you have ways of operating, and you're forcibly made to change those ways, that's an intrusion on your life. And intrusions happen against us every day. These lies right here, like this is an intrusion against all of us. This makes all of us live with unnecessary fear. On September 11th, no planes were involved. No planes. Of course, most people don't know that. And for years, for more than a decade, I'm sure many people have flown. And all through the time that they're flying in the sky, they're probably having thoughts and fears about 9/11. Maybe a terrorist is on my plane. Maybe a bad man's on my plane. It's all a big joke, Truth Seeker. Go look this up. Go look up how many U.S. Marshals were on planes on September 11th. You're going to find the same number, 33. On September 11th, there were 33 U.S. Marshals on airplanes. At least so the story goes. It was the same in 387 AD as it is now. The same madmen have been running the show all this time. If you gaffe at that, hello, wake up. The Catholic Church has been in power all this time. So there's a continued line of power through all this. The Church. Who sent Christopher Columbus over to the United States? Oh yeah, that's right, the Vatican paid for it. The Catholic Church paid for it. Came over here and named the people Indian. Indian's a 33 word. They didn't think they were in India. This was their plan, to come over here and create the new Rome. Respread their gospel, respread their lies. Wipe out a nation of people, replace it with a new nation of people. That's where we're at in 2015. So anyway, I'm pretty much done with this rant about St. Patrick's Day. A lot of people will be getting drunk later. Of course, alcohol prohibition ended in the year 33. All my life, I've only seen St. Patrick's Day as another excuse to drink. Prohibition ended in 33. Alcohol sums to 66. If you write out the word 33 and sum it, it sums to 66. This is all part of the matrix upon us, Truth Seeker. This is how our lives have been collectively destroyed. This is what's been going on. All right, Truth Seeker. Until next time, happy St. Patrick's Day.